Doom Tower is live, get hyped. So we're gonna check it out today, and definitely watch the first 10 seconds of this just so that you can avoid wasting a key. Do not want to be behind. I don't know if Polarium is going to give a key to everybody so that people that did get screwed over by that can get back in the runnings here. It is pretty obnoxious if you do end up wasting your key on this tutorial that pops up first, so stay tuned and definitely just watch the video for that if nothing else. I will be doing some more guide videos on this soon that will use maybe less crazy champions than I did here for my first clear on day one, so definitely check out those later videos. Do use a pretty stacked team here for most of this. We'll be coming out with some more helpful teams for other people soon. So that said, let's jump into it. Alright, so I actually did click on the Doom Tower a second ago and used a tip that a clanmate gave me to avoid wasting a key here on the first day. So when you first pop in here, Arbiter is going to show up with a message for you, and then she's going to want you to click on this first battle here, and you'll come to here, and if you do this battle on normal, it's going to use up a key and you won't be able to get quite as far on hard if you're trying to just do hard and get as far as you can on this first day. So if you just exit out of that battle and come back to the screen, you won't use that key and you don't have to finish that tutorial that pops up. And then you can go over here and switch it to hard difficulty, which is what we are going to do today. So let's go in here, and this is going to be the final wave on this. If you want to check out what is in the other waves, there will be a link to this info down below, and we are going to have, looks like Elinarls, Bulwarks, Skinner, Jotun, Bombardiers on the second wave here. So that is what's coming up, and we are going to be able to see all of these in this leaked info a little bit earlier if you do want to check that out. So what are we going to run against these guys? Looks like we've got some Force Affinity guys, Magic Affinity guys. So if you do have Void champions, they are going to be super strong for you in the Void Tower because you won't have to worry about affinities quite as much. But I think we are going to try to throw together a team here that will work. And what do we want? We are going to want a decreased defense champion for sure. We could probably go with Venus here. And we might want some damage. So who do we want for damage? I think we might as well bring old Cupidus in here. The lovers, why not? Speed is always good. We will put our Lysandra first there for her speed lead. And then what else do we want? We could bring in some turn meter control and a Sylar. And maybe a revive wouldn't be a bad idea. So for a revive, we could do Arbiter. We could also do Blind Seer here for some protection. So let's go with Blind Seer. So this is a pretty stacked team here. A little bit unrealistic for most people, but my first go here, so we're gonna play a little bit safer. Let's give this a shot. Alright, first wave, and we are going to, we'll do this on manual here to start off with. Buff up with our Dark Seer, and then we are going to debuff. And then let's do the decrease speed buff and reduce turn meter with our Sylar. And then we're just going to A1 with him and see how much damage we can get out. Not too bad. Doesn't look like anyone's close to having to go, so we'll save her A2. Reduce a little turn meter with our Blind Seer. Throw out some HP burns on them. And we'll just A1 here. Again, no one's super close to going, so we're going to save that and just A1 with our Septimus. He hits like a truck. So, wave 2. Not looking too hard either. Throw our shields up again just in case. We'll do this strip, but it also has a 50% shot of giving us an extra turn. We got it, excellent. So we'll go right back into the debuffs. She's in Relentless, so we get another extra turn. We'll just go ahead and whack one of these Jotuns. Throw out some decreased accuracy and some stuns from our Sylar. She's in a stun set. And then we'll A1 again with Cupidus, not Septimus. And speed up here, probably don't need it. I think we're gonna be fine here. A couple poisons on him. And we are just about through wave 2 here. So far, so good, pretty easy. Not even letting them get a turn. That is gonna be really great for Doom Tower. Any turn meter control champions you have are gonna be fantastic. Sylar will be amazing in pretty much any area of this. Go ahead and throw out that again. And if you want to see the damage on Cupidus here, it is pretty nuts. So let's go in for a whack on this Bombardier here. 136k, not too bad. Take it. Maybe reduce a little turn meter here. And throw out the HP burns. Extra turn again. Relentless is broken. And her damage is also fantastic. Reduce the turn meter again. Get another AoE out there with Sylar. So Cupidus is going to be weak affinity for these, so we'll just go in for a smack. Got lucky there. And that is the first floor done. So not too hard on that first floor. They were going pretty slow. If you saw my previous video about the leak, it does look like their speeds are going to increase as we go up through these hard levels. On normal, they should stay the same. They'll be the base speeds, so just like Dungeons and Faction Wars, all the enemies are going to be at their base speeds. But in these hard floors, the speeds are going to go up to around 250 on average by the time we get to the highest floors. So wave 2, let's go. Just going to leave the same team in. It seemed to work pretty well the first time, so we'll just give it another shot. Buff up, debuff, use some more turn meter, and then give them a whack with Cupidus. Deal here, not in too much danger of them having a turn even on this first wave. I think we're going to be just fine. Stuns out there, and probably will just about clean it up here. Easy enough. Do it again. Pretty much the same deal here. Buff up our team, debuff them. Get some stuns out with Sylar, and then give them a whack with Cupidus. Let's make sure we keep this chick from going here. We don't want her cleansing and putting revive on death on everybody, so we'll try to keep her locked out. Go ahead and use the AoE there. And that wraps that up. Looks to be a pretty easy final wave here, not too much different than the previous. So we got our extra turn again, getting lucky with the Relentless set here for sure. Decrease some more turn meter. And then A1. Increase more turn meter. Couple extra turns there on our Blind Seer as well. Got some stuns out with Sylar, awesome. And we'll just A1. And we are just about through this one as well. So I'm not too worried about this wave. They are dead, almost. Weak hit there from Septimus. There we go. Let's floor 2 down. Next, gonna keep rolling with the same team as long as we can. Don't think we're gonna have too much problem on these early waves. We'll just throw this one on auto actually. You'll see that Cupidus's AI on auto is not maybe ideal. He is going to be using his other two abilities, which aren't the AoE A1, and both those other abilities do hit really hard, but sometimes you just want him to kill the whole wave instead of focusing on one person, especially if you're trying to use him as your campaign farmer or something like that. So he's not always the smartest chap, but he does do a lot of damage and is a great champion, but definitely a little better on manual. see working through this one pretty easily as well. I don't think we'll have too much problem here on auto. Might have been better for me to bring in somebody with healing and not just rely on the shields here from Blind Seer, but she will pick us back up if we need it. So that's not too worrisome. Looks like we've got some obnoxious dogs here. Those are probably familiar to everybody. Hopefully we can keep them from taking a turn. Not super important that we don't lose anyone like it would be on Faction Wars, but I'd like to get through this cleanly. Doesn't look like they got a turn either. So let's take a look at these rewards here. We have crit damage charm and we've got some speed charms, so 3 of them. That's actually really nice. Those are pretty hard to come by typically, so this looks like it's going to be the main way we're going to get hold of those. So let's just keep rolling through here. We got some Juliana and Romero together, another lovers couple like we got going over here on our team, and then some faceless, so these are going to hit really hard with their A3s. That could be obnoxious. So do we want to keep the same team here or try something else? I think we'll just keep rolling with it. Let's just keep going. We're going to be weak hitting on this Juliana, but that's not too worrisome with our Cupidus. Leave it on auto and see how they do. You notice there, Sylar did start off with their A2 instead of her A3, which is also kind of annoying AI, but that's what we get. So it looks like more Julianas and a couple of Luas here. Got our debuffs out now. Could increase our damage by quite a bit. Easy enough. Stun out there from Cupidus. Debuffs out. And we are almost through this one. So far, so good. Got some chickens that time. Very nice. Keep going. Galkets. Oh my. And 3 bulwarks. That is an odd wave. Not sure how they're supposed to kill us. I guess maybe Galkit could actually work and bomb us, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not too scared of these waves. Galkit is a meme. Some soul drinkers on this one. Would be good to save these till last. Those look like soul drinkers to me at least. Didn't put out bombs when he died, so maybe not. Or maybe I resisted them, I'm not sure. You could always check the website. But they're already dead, we don't care. And this team is full of powerhouses, so we are just cruising right through. We got rank charms that time, 4 of them, very nice. Keep going. So I'll probably just keep going and get to the final level here, maybe the secret room and the boss, and then we'll come back and take a look at that. Alright, just wrapping up the final minion here on floor 8, 150k silver. Not too bad. We've got 2 keys left. Let's back out here, take a look at how far we've gotten. So it does give us an indication here of what type of rewards we're going to get. We have opened up that secret room. We'll do that here in just a second. Let's do this final floor before a boss here. So we got Cubiduses up against us this time, so we will stick with ours and see who comes out on top. Go ahead and manual this one just in case it's a little tougher. We have a tower there. Not actually sure who that was, I didn't pay attention. But I don't think that there'll be too much problem. It is getting tougher, and I think that as we go higher, these are definitely going to get a lot more difficult. So Definitely going to have to be working on some of my champions' accuracies and speeds so that they can perform like this at higher levels when the enemies do start getting more speed themselves. But for these first few levels here, I think we're golden. Almost through wave 1 here. There we go. Sandra has been keeping everyone's turn meters low along with Sylar, so they haven't taken a whole lot of turns on us yet, which is good because they do hit pretty hard when they do. Keep a 1 in here. Get that damage out on everybody. We got a couple stuns out with Sylar and Cupidus. That is good. Little turn meter with our blind seer, and we will throw out our HP burns. Why not? I think we're good on turn meter. I'm not too worried about Juliana here taking a turn, and she got stunned up anyways, so we are safe from her. So your stun sets and turn meter champions are going to be fantastic. Anytime you can completely keep them from taking a turn, you are going to be much safer. So great strategy for the gym tower is going to be lots of turn meter control, and we definitely have that here in this team. Sylar is a little bit easier to get your hands on than Lysandra here, and you throw her in a stun set. She's got AoE on everything. She's an awesome champion. Let's go ahead and A1, knock out that Cupidus, knock out the other Cupidus. Goodbye. Use a little more turn meter. Got weaken up on that one. You're not taking a turn. You're not taking a turn. And you are dead. Alright, so got some bruise there. Next up is going to be the boss. So I'm going to give this a look and come back, and I'll show you what team I decided to go with on this first boss here. Looks like we've got Arbiter up here giving us some advice again. And we have some more information here. Oh, these are my clanmates teams. Looks like Peraljev and Badlands have both completed this, and this is what they used. We can see their team powers and everything and their times. So cool. We'll see if I can beat them. Alright, so it looks like we've got the Magma Dragon up first here, and we are going to want to probably do some poison. It's going to be big damage for us, just like it is normally on the regular old dragon. So I'm going to bring in Venus again for some poison. I do have Lydia to give us the poison sensitivity and some debuffs as well. So we could try her. We'll leave her there for now. She could increase our resistance by quite a bit, maybe help keep the HP burns and hexes off. I don't know. I can't remember if the hexes are irresistible or not on this guy. They may well be. And he is going to be blue affinity. So I was kind of thinking these would be void affinity, but apparently not. That is interesting. Who else do we want to bring in here? We could do with some cleansing perhaps. You know, we could bring in old Sluggo here for some cleanses for us, but he is going to be weak affinity, so that might not be the best idea. We could also bring other void champions we got here. Skytouch could bring some cleansing for us. I don't think I have her fully booked or anything, but this one might be one that you guys have, so could work out well there. Who else? We could do a Cold Heart for some turn meter reduction and HP, max HP hits. That might be nice. Could be a big hit there for us. Let's see, who else do we want to bring? And we have plenty of debuffs here with these two. I'm not sure if we're going to end up going with both of them. Who else do we want to bring here? We could do with some revives, more cleanses here. I think we could do that. Go for an all void team and just see how this goes. Again, pretty stacked team, I know, guys. But we're gonna try it out to see what these can do. I think we have plenty of healing there. We got some revives, and we should be good to go. I will definitely have to take more of a closer look at some of these and come up with some better strategies for the later stages. I think we're going to be fine here, but the later stages will require some more thought for sure. So we're just going to go an A1 with our Sky Touched. These enemies seem to be pretty weak, to be honest. Probably just wipe them out here with our Venus. Lovely wave we got here. A1 with old Raglan there. We'll do the debuffs with Venus this time. A1 with our Sky Touched. And we are just about through this wave. So here we are on the Magma Dragon for the first time. Scary. It's actually a really cool looking model. Got an A1 with her. Let's get that poison sensitivity up. And block buffs. There's some poisons. It's like we got a decreased speed on us from our passive. And then let's go in. No, we're gonna save the Heart Secret until we get decreased defense and weaken out. We haven't done yet. Whoa! So big hit there from the Magma Dragon. And we got a Hex on our Venus here. Let's bring Cold Heart back to life. Still gonna save that. Get the heal reduction out. I'm not sure if we need that. Let's get our debuff out. More poisons. Do a cleanse. It's like put the Hex back on us here. About to take a turn. Hopefully we can get this Heartseeker off. And big damage. Didn't reduce turn meter. And I did not see... Huh. Didn't see a resist or anything. P exchange. So it's immune to all the normal stuff there. Doesn't say it's immune to provoke, actually. Here's the Hex. Instantly places another Hex whenever they remove a Hex buff from themselves or an ally. Okay. So that's why we got the Hex back on Sky Touched. And instantly removes HP burn debuffs and replaces him with a 15% continuous heal. Okay, so we don't want to HP burn him. He has done this one, which tried to put HP burns on us, and then also put the Hex buffs out there. Next, he's probably going to do this AoE, and then he's got this A1 essentially here. That's going to target enemies under Hex. Okay, so let's just keep going here. Extend that with her. We'll go ahead and just go for some more poisons. Wow, that is some crazy damage. We had the revive on death already up on her. I guess we will go ahead and cleanse and heal with our Raglan. And keep going in with our A1 there. We get another poison. There we go. Still got the decreased defense and weaken, so we'll just go in for more poisons. That. And I think we just A1 again. Okay, so that damage wasn't actually that scary. Our decreased defense and weaken has fallen off, so we'll go ahead and put that back on with our Venus. A1 with Raglan. And back to Lydia. So A1 again. Almost back to our Heartseeker. Once we get that back, this should be over. If we can stay alive. More poisons. I don't think he puts any buffs on himself, but don't need that block buffs. Pretty big hit there. I think we'll go ahead and cleanse. And this Heartseeker ought to finish it off. There we go. Magma Dragon done. So it looks like we did get legendary pieces off this first stage here, so that is cool. We got a little bit of material for ourselves to craft artifacts in the forge. Awesome. 26 of the epic version, 10 of the legendary, and 250 energy. So sick. Might have to use that to farm some better gear for the later stages here. And that is going to wrap up the Magma Dragon. So it looks like Cold Hearts and other max HP hitters are going to be good, but she didn't reduce the turn meter. The hits were pretty big on some of those abilities, so some revive champions would be wise. Sky Touch did a little bit of work for us in clearing out the debuffs from other people. She could still be useful here. Definitely want to bring in your decreased defense and weaken if you can, so that your damage dealers are going to do more damage. And then poisons did look like they worked fairly well. We got most of our damage here from Venus and Coldheart as expected. The poisons from Venus, and then of course the max HP hits from Coldheart. So overall, not too bad, but that is definitely going to be really tough later on if it's still hitting that hard in the later stages. So interesting, very interesting. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this first secret room. So Arbiter is letting us know that we have unlocked a secret room. Hooray! These are optional challenges with great rewards, but you must follow special rules to complete them. We need the silver keys for these, and the gold keys were for the regular floors, and you can only beat each room once, she says. Alright, and we can beat this room using epic champions only. Alright, so let's filter by rank again. And okay, it's only showing us our epic champions. Easy peasy. Who do we want to bring in? Sylar, great choice. We could bring in, man-eaters to help with turn meter. For sure, Faceless for big damage would work. Skull Crowns are going to be pretty good here as well. Our Madam, we'll bring in a Madam for debuffs. Let's see which one we got here. That's the high accuracy one. That should be plenty. She's also an immunity, so that one will do. Gala could be good. Another Void epic, so we're not gonna have to worry about affinities with our Gala. Let's throw her in there for now. Cardinal would be great for some revives, possibly. What else do we want here? Frank would be good for protection and stuns for sure. Your Seekers are going to come in handy for turn meter. We got Gorgorab for revives and healing. Let's go ahead and throw a Gorgorab in there, why not? And then we can also throw someone like a Grush in if you've got him from the daily logins. He would be fantastic here as well. We'll go ahead and put him in for now. So we've got big damage with Gala. She's really our only main damage at the moment. We got debuffs in Madam, turn meter with Sylar, healing and revives from Gorgorab with some buffs. I think that looks pretty solid. What do we got? Faction Crip Aura, and attack. So I guess we'll just leave her in the lead. Might be better to have a better aura. Sky Touch would also be fantastic here. So let's just try this. And we will leave this on auto and just see what they do. I think we should be fine here. A little AoE damage would probably be quicker for us, but I think we'll be fine. Gala is laying out some serious nukes there. She's a beast. And it looks like we're just about through this wave. We got some Tayrells, the Nassel, Faceless there in the back, and then it looks like a Sinacia passed out in the corner. Wake up, Sinacia. Get wrecked. 41k hit there. Not a huge hit, actually. I would have expected more out of Gala. Probably didn't get the Helm Smasher. Seneschal stunned up again with our Sylar. That's good. Keep him from healing up this Tyrell. He gave us one whack, and I think that's all he's gonna get to do. And he's down. So we have Man-Eaters. If they do get their unkillable buff up, we can always strip that off with our Madam. We want to focus this, there's the unkillable. I do want to focus this Faceless. He's going to be the most damage. Increase the turn meter. He resisted that time. And can we take care of him before he gets turn? Yes, we can. Awesome. Bella says goodbye. One hit from that Man-Eater. He's stunned up, so he's not going to do anything else to us. And there we go. Secret room 1 down. And we got some fragments for Taya the Tomb Angel. Sweet. She looks so cool. So it looks like she's up first. I'm not sure if this is the same for everybody. I would assume it would be. And this looks like an awesome champion. Attacks 2 times at randoms, has 25% chance of placing a Hex debuff for 5 turns, and each crit decreases the cooldown of not of this world. So this is the only champion we've seen in the game that can actually put out a Hex for us. That's usually something we receive from the Minotaur, and it looks like that Magma Dragon actually just put that on us as well. So cool that we're getting access to that Hex ability. It does increase damage by a ton. Take a look at that here in a second. Attacks all enemies. Damage increases by 50% for each Hex debuff on the enemy. Stacks up to 300%. Wow, so if you can get a bunch of different Hex buffs out there, debuffs, this is going to do a ton of damage. Absolutely crazy damage there on that. This might be one of the biggest nukes in the game if you can get those Hex debuffs stacked up. Look at how cool she looks. Spiky. Awesome. And then this Not of the World skill puts a perfect veil on her and grants an extra turn. Alright, so she can keep herself protected. And that's going to come down to a 5-turn cooldown. Gives her an extra turn, so kind of like a 4-turn cooldown almost. And then this is going to be decreasing cooldown on that as well to keep her protected. And then her passive has a chance of putting True Fear on all enemies for 1 turn. When an enemy loses 30% more of their max HP in a single hit. That looks like that can come from anybody on your team, so super cool champion. I will be very excited to get my hands on her. And we got 3 fragments for her, so it is going to take a while to pick all these up. Probably a couple months for each one, it looks like. But we'll go ahead and claim those, and it looks like we did get 2 more keys. It doesn't seem like we'll be able to do too much with these. As of right now, we've only got the 1 open, so I guess we can just farm that again and see if we continue to get rewards. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Let's try it with a different team this time. Let's take Gala out and maybe Grush as well. We'll put in our Senecia and Skullcrown. Let's throw our sisters in there. And who else do we want? We'll leave the rest just like they are and see how this goes. I'm gonna keep turn meter control and stun set Sylar in there, Gorgrab in case someone does fall, and then Madam for the debuffs. See how this goes. Boom! Skullcrown laying out the pain. One of the Tyrells stunned up. Not getting quite as much control this time around, but that's alright. We still got Senecia with the heals, Gorgrab also with the heals. We will be just fine. That hurt. What do we do this time? Easy enough. And they're dead. So 45 seconds that time, a little faster. No reward. So we're not getting anything from completing this. I'm not sure why we're getting all these extra keys, to be perfectly honest. What can we do with these? And we play this again. Okay, so we can use the silver keys to keep farming the Magma Dragon here. Alright, so that's what we do with them. So that is probably what I will end up doing with these silver keys. Don't want to make you sit through all that, but that is the first look at the Doom Tower here, and looks pretty interesting so far. Definitely wasted one of those keys there on doing that again. Or maybe I didn't. I don't think it actually used a key. So we had 10, we used 1 to do it, and then we got 2 more to do it. So I think we didn't waste a key there. We will just use those here and be good. So cool.